right, we're back now with Today Food. This morning, we're turning your grill into a meat smoker. Here with us, a guy who knows a lot about all of that, and certainly grilling, the great chef Michael Simon. He travels the country in his Food Network show. It premiered last night. It's great. It's called Barbecue USA, giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the toughest barbecue competitions. Michael, I mean, you already know so much. You visit these pit masters in all these great places, all the meats that you're eating. Give us one good tip for people to take away for grilling this summer that you learned.
You know, patience. I think the greatest tip is patience. Also, like a lot of times when people put things on the grill, they want to see giant plumes of smoke. Your smoke, you want it to kind of run clear. Then you get that gentle smoke flavor that really makes the food delicious. So I'm showing you guys an Alabama chicken today, Alabama-style chicken.
Yep.
But you could do it on a grill. You could do it on a Weber.
How do you smoke on a grill?
So you're doing offset heat. So all of our heat is over here, Carson.
Okay, indirect.
Indirect. You could put wood chips on there, chunks or chips. Start it with coals, and then you just drop the heat down. You want to monitor your heat. Chicken, you could be between 275 and 325. I just season it with olive oil, salt, pepper. On the smoke is where all the great flavor.
And you can do this without the wood chips too, if you don't want
Absolutely.
to.
You could just charcoal gives you incredible flavor, and a lot of styles of barbecue only use charcoal. Right. But I use fruit woods, apple, cherry because they're a little bit more mild and they don't overpower the meat, especially something like chicken.
All right, you got a beautiful sauce you can put with the Alabama chicken.
So this started, Alabama white sauce is like this really historic sauce that you put on chicken. People that like ranch, this is like, I feel where ranch started, somewhere in Alabama. Okay. You know, Big Bob Gibson's very famous barbecue place there started the sauce. So they don't always put horseradish in, sometimes they do, but mayo, horseradish, lemon juice,
I love it,
cider, a little bit of cayenne for some heat, salt, and a touch of sugar. Come here. And then you just whisk this together till it's smooth. Now, you could kind of have fun with it. You could put some buttermilk in it if you want. You could thin it out
Thicken it
if
up,
you
thin
want.
it out, do anything.
And then this, here's one that we smoked, just like that. And then you just chop it up. You run it through, and the sauce
tastes
has
like
a little
gravy.
heat, right?
It's like a gravy.
Yeah, but it's got a little heat, a little
it's
acidity.
delicious.
It's got all the good stuff. So if you go to Alabama and get smoked chicken, this is what's happening.
Can you break this chicken down really fast? How do you break it down? You go right down the center?
Like, so this one, see,
we're just having a barbecue.
So, yeah, I just go straight down.
You're breaking through some stuff, right?
And you split it first, and then after you split it, you go through the legs and the thighs down.
Okay. And there's a joint in there. You find the ball joint, cut in between those two.
Yep. And then I like to split my breasts in half, and we serve
1,
it
2, 3, 4. So
like
you get about 8 pieces out of that. Great.
Yep.
All right, let's move on down.
All right, moving on. Yes.
Yes.
We're going to use wood chips. Are you going to soak them first?
So, that's a good question. If you soak them, it throws a little bigger smoke. So if you want more gently smoked, I wouldn't recommend soaking them first, even though they're going to burn quickly.
Okay.
Or you could even go to a larger chunk and just let it go. But water creates smoke, which kind of sometimes will make the barbecue a little acrid.
Okay.
We're overlooking this chicken, and the Alabama chicken with that
amazing.
sauce.
Yeah.
That is special.
How is it
chicken is so moist.
Yeah, how's it so juicy?
The slow
chicken,
cook,
like-
the chicken, the
We're
moisture.
good. Carson,
We've done this before.
Don't overcook
I drink
it.
a beer,
Stick
Michael
thermometer in there,
barbecues everything.
160, you're good.
160.
I put that sauce
Don't
on
be
it.
afraid
Slow
of
low.
the
Yeah.
sauce.
What is on here?
So
The
this
potatoes?
is just a quick potato salad. So what we did is we took these potatoes, we put them in foil right on.
You didn't
our
boil them
grill.
first or anything? You just
Yeah.
put them
So
in
oil, salt. You can put in a little bit of pepper, some water, and
Wait,
a
you did
splash.
pre-cook them or no?
Pardon?
They're raw or
These are raw.
Yeah, okay.
But they're going to steam a little bit and char in our foil packet. And you let them go until they're tender. We put these on the grill. And you can put these on right when you're doing your chicken. I mean, we have 2 grills going now. You could do this in 1 grill. You take these off, and we're going to toss them into a very simple dressing. So here, watch.
Yep.
Here, you start dumping stuff in. I'll start dumping it. We have olive oil. We have sherry vinegar. We can do it in here.
Oh,
Watch.
shoot. Yep.
I'm going to show you a trick.
All right.
We can do it. Don't worry. Mustard. I use grainy if you have it. We have a little bit of fresh dill and parsley, salt. And then if we dump our sherry vinegar in here.
Why, sherry vinegar is hard to find. Do you ever notice that?
Is it?
Yeah. It is hard to find. Well, I can't find it. I'll just put it that way.
You can use a white vinegar, champagne vinegar,
that's what I use.
red wine vinegar.
Yeah.
Rice is a little too gentle, but you just shake it up. Now you have dressing.
Oh, I love
That's just a little Gucci on top of the ghetto. Like that just elevates that regular old potato
You know what I do?
into something
I throw
so
that
special.
white sauce on those potatoes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you
100%.
wanted a little bit more creamy, you could do that. This is a little bit more acidic and poppy, like almost like German potato salad, a touch.
Yeah.
And then you have a really bright potato salad. oxtail. I mean, it's really easy. Like cooking.
Why is not white sauce everywhere?
I know. And
That's a regional thing, maybe.
It's purely Alabama.
Wow.
You know, it is a white-based sauce. You don't see, like when people think of barbecue, they think of red sauce, but white sauce. There's a million versions.
Hey, Michael, you want to say hi to Cleveland?
Congrats on the show.
Cleveland, we love you. Tune in, baby.
Today.com
Come on,
food.
let's go
Get
in.
the recipes. And check out Michael's show, Barbecue USA, on the Food Network and streaming on Discovery Plus.
Great job. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Carson. Guys, remember when we were talking about cruising?
Yeah.
And that was that awkward moment when I was like, imagine Craig and Al in that Titanic moment.
What happened?
And we just started picturing
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my
And you guys,
That's
if
not
you,
right.
if
That's
you
just not
manifest
right.
it, then it will happen. So
Wow.
I think today cruise
Oh, my.
is going to happen.
Beautiful.
Can't unsee that.
I would sign up
my
for that.
God.
Get ready.
That was
fun.
something special.
Yeah, wasn't it?
All right, you've probably been grilling all summer long, so you may be looking for something that's maybe just a little bit different.
Yes. We're going to show you how to spice up your seafood with some bold flavors from chef, author, my friend, and Food Network personality, David Rose.
You and David are already pals.
We're hanging out down the road. Yeah, we're talking about food. Southern food.
We have matching pendants, the broken heart. I have the left side, he has the right side. We got to give you the centerpiece.
I'll take the centerpiece.
Make it complete.
All right, so what are you going to make for us?
All right, so you know I love to represent my Jamaican culture. So today we're doing a little bit of jerk shrimp with some pineapple sauce, a little bit of fried plantains, because we eat plantains with everything. So before we start, everybody say, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, man.
So first things first, you want to do, I love sweet and spice. So what we have here, we're going to make a habanero pineapple sauce.
So how do you do
So what you want to do, these are very spicy. Last thing you want to do is touch one of these and touch your eye. So I recommend using gloves.
Okay.
So you slice in here, and you want to get rid of that stem. You slice in the middle. Now, when you're using these right here, you got to know that the spiciest parts of the habanero are the seeds and the white membrane. So I like spicy, so I like keeping that white You can go ahead. He's living on the edge. He's living on the edge. Be careful.
That is hot.
You know, you might want to back up. What Bobby did, I would not see. That is the consequences of those actions.
Okay.
So you want to go ahead and cut the white ribs out, scrape that out, cut the seeds out.
Don't touch it, Bobby.
These right here, actually, you kind of judge by the color. So when it's green, it's very young. But the riper it gets yellow, it gets red. When it's red, spicy, it's fiery.
Okay.
You dice that up. I'm going to just dice a little bit.
Can't breathe.
Bobby, you okay, Bobby?
I'm an idiot.
Do we have an EMT standing by? We need a medic. We need a medic. So you small dice that up.
Okay, we got it.
And then what you have is you take all of that and you put all that spiciness in here.
Okay.
A little bit of olive oil. You want to let that perfume and bloom. Bobby, don't put your nose there. Hold it. Don't put your nose there. Back it up.
I'm looking out for Bobby. That's
all
my
right.
job.
So you kind of want to release all those natural oils, that natural perfume that's in the oil. And then from there, we want to add a little bit of Jamaican rum.
Of course.
So in there, because we are on the islands today, you know. All right. From there, you want to add a little bit of pineapple juice. Bobby, go ahead. Put that pineapple in there, that diced pineapple in there.
Just dump it?
Well, just dump it on in there. All of that.
Can you get drunk by eating this? With all that
As long as you cook the rum out, it'll be rum flavored.
Okay.
And it'll cook the alcohol out, so it's safe for the children.
What's that, sugar?
So this is a little bit of sugar.
Sweet.
So you got sweet, you got spicy, you got that nice fruitiness. Let that come down.
You got about 2 minutes,
yes,
babe.
that forms into a nice little compound. Jerk rub. We have here cayenne. We have a little bit of allspice. We have cinnamon. So it's sweet, spicy.
We'll put it all
great flavor in there. A little bit of thyme. And then we whisk. Hold on, I'm going to have you jump in here. Yeah, go ahead and just toss all that together. Get everything nice and incorporated. All that love just coated all over the jerk shrimp. Yes.
Okay, then you put it
All
right here
right,
on
so we
skewers.
slide to the right. What you want to do, you want to secure that the shrimp stay on the grill, so always double up the skewers. 2 is better than 1.
2 skewers.
And you put that on there. You want to hear that sizzle? You hear that sizzle?
Yep.
That's love right there. You're doing the magic,
And
all right?
you gotta cook it quick.
Gotta cook it quick.
No one wants overcooked shrimp.
Nobody wants rubbery, overcooked shrimp.
Okay.
So 3 to 4 minutes each side. We're going to slide over here. With Jamaican food, Jamaican dinners, we always have fried plantain on the side.
Plantain.
So you want to always slice them like this. I like a nice little half-inch thickness. And they're just beautiful. They're sweet. They're yummy. They fry up really great. And ripe plantain is best.
And what's that oil?
In here, a little bit of vegetable oil or canola.
Oh, look,
Hot
look,
oil.
look.
They cook very quickly, about 3 to 4 minutes, nice and golden brown. We come right here. Beautiful, amazing, sweet plantain. Go ahead.
Can I ask a dumb question?
There.
That's a banana, right?
That is a banana, yeah.
making sure.
Yeah. And you can have it green, more like, tostones, but the riper it gets, the sweeter it gets. And
so
abracadabra, what we have right here, beautiful grilled jerk shrimp skewers, fried
Super
plantains.
yummy.
Yes, it's rainy in New York, but it's sunny in the islands, in our mouth, in our minds, and most importantly, in our bellies.
Okay.
Yes.
Hang on.
And that right there is it. Sweet,
Can't get it off.
spicy. Yeah, just go in there.
That was awesome.
Just get up in there, Helen. Get on up in there, right?
Yes.
Not too spicy. You get a little bit of sweetness from that pineapple, the sugar in the rub, the sweetness from the fried plantain. All is well with the world. Yes.
You're so right on point with that.
Right on point.
So yummy. To get this recipe, go to today.com/food.
We are back. It is 8:50 on this Labor Day, and this is a special Labor Day edition of Today Food. So if you're hosting a cookout this afternoon and you're still maybe deciding the menu, we have you covered. Our friend, Katie Stila, who also happens to be today's culinary producer, she is here with unique ideas that your guests are going to love. This is our first cooking segment together.
I know. I've done so many. I'd never cook a quick,
I'm
but
so excited.
he's always in the back, sneak peeking at what I'm doing. So
That
this
is
very
true.
good.
I like to see how the sausage is made.
Quite literally.
Boom, boom. So what are we making first?
So today we are making chicken jumbo skewers, and I know the title looks like giambota, but
Yeah.
I grew up eating this. It's jambot. You got to say, you got to roll your shoulders.
Chicken
with it.
jambot.
Yeah, it's kind of like a twist on a
skewers.
scarpiello. Yeah, so it's a take on a Southern Italian dish made typically with summer vegetables, but I'm switching it up and I'm adding chicken, sausage, potatoes because we're grilling it.
Okay.
I'm starting by cutting up some bell peppers. And commonly when people grill skewers, I think they're a little bit intimidated that things aren't going to cook evenly.
Yes, that's what Dylan was just talking about.
Yep. So the thing is, you have to make sure you cut things in equal sizes. So I'm just cutting my pepper into quarters. You want them to be a little bit bigger because they're going to cook down a lot while the chicken and the sausage is cooking. So don't be afraid to cut your peppers and onions a little bigger. Also, another tip for sausage, and don't worry about cross-contamination because all this will be cooked. I like to par freeze it a little bit before I slice it so that you get even pieces. Yeah, so it's
How
easier.
long? How long are we talking?
10, 15 minutes, not long, while you're prepping everything else. So
That's
then,
smart.
going into the marinade here.
What's in your marinade? What do you
My
use?
marinade. Okay, so the trick is I have a little bit of olive oil in here because olive oil is my blood. And then we're going to add some the brine from a jar of peppadew peppers. So they're yeah, I love the peanut gallery over there. Then I'm going to add some Italian seasoning and some rosemary.
Okay.
And then a little salt and pepper, and then we'll add in all of our skewer ingredients.
So it all goes in there.
All goes in here. I like to marinate in a bag because I don't have a lot of fridge space. I have a small apartment.
Yeah.
So when you put it in a bag, everything kind of gets to marry together, and it's not like laying out in a tray. It's not taking up too much space. So let this marinate overnight. You can get away with 2 hours,
Okay.
but the more time, the better. And then
When you actually put it, and this is what I struggle with sometimes, like when you put it on the grill, how do you make sure that it's cooked evenly?
yeah. So one thing, preheat your grill.
Okay.
Preheat your grill. Do not turn it on. Don't start it cold. It's like starting your car in the winter. You don't just get in right away. You got to let it warm up a little bit. Pop them on here, and they'll tell you when they're ready to flip. They'll naturally release. So if you're grilling and you feel some resistance, walk away.
That's the
Go
pro
have a
tip.
drink.
That's good.
That's the pro tip.
Walk away.
Any proteins, shrimp or chicken or anything. If it's like holding, walk away, let it go. So to tie in the jambot flavors with this, I didn't want to lose the zippiness of the peppadew peppers and the artichoke hearts, so I use it as a tapenade on the side.
Oh, now it's fancy.
And then obviously I'm adding a little Calabrian chili paste because I love heat. You got to get that kick. You can add a little bit more, a little bit less.
It's the perfect
So good.
Yeah.
What's the word, guys?
This is amazing.
Unbelievable.
And a little bit more of that brine.
You got the Clean Plate Club over here.
I love it. You can also use this on fish too, or like tacos. It'd be delicious. So don't limit this marinade to just the skewers.
And it stays in the fridge.
Exactly. You can have
I want
at
to
least
get
a
to
week.
what do you call these? Because this is an original creation. Full disclosure, I saw you on Friday, like creating this recipe.
Yeah, you guys came in the back and tried them. So I was coming up with this actually during quarantine. I was making a lot of mashed potatoes for my family because why not? There's easy access to get them. So I was like, what do I do with all the leftovers? So I turned them into a croquette. So you basically bread them and fry them. And I figured, why not for a barbecue, stuff them with what you have left over from a barbecue. So we're using some bacon. I have some caramelized onions and some steak even. So you can just kind of whatever you have left over, literally just chop it up. For the base in here, I have some Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm adding some eggs just to bind up, and then some cheddar cheese.
So good.
Toss that up.
You could sell this.
This is amazing.
Maybe.
That's genius.
I already have a job, but.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't leave.
So to actually stuff them, it can be a little messy, so don't be intimidated. But I like to use a cookie scoop like this, hollow out the center, and then you can kind of create your own topping bar, and then fill it.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to put cheese for now, and then just push the sides over, and then if you scoop it, it'll just come right out. And then you could form it into a little croquette like this. And if it is getting a little wet, just pop it in the freezer for a few minutes, and it'll firm it up.
This is delicious. Dylan and I both just go, oh my goodness. It's like we're running out of things. I was still working on the skewers, so I finally got to the potato.
So then it's flours, eggs.
This is a standard breading procedure. So it's always flour, egg, and then breadcrumbs. And then this is the result right here. And then you just, this oil is probably not super hot, but you just pop it in and fry it up just until it's golden brown. And then there you go, you have it. And I think it's the perfect way to use up leftover mashed potatoes because you're kind of like reinventing the meal.
Yes.
And if you have all these barbecue sides, don't just get rid of them. I feel like most of the time we use like a quesadilla or a taco.
Yes.
So this is kind of like fun. You can get your kids involved with like creating their own filling.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
And what beer did you use here as well?
This is a Boston Lager just to top it off. And I have a little sour cream dipping sauce to go with the croquettes because it's loaded baked potato. So we're really just
Katie, I don't want this meal to end.
No.
Like, that's how good it is. Yeah,
Also, respect for matching the tablecloth to the cuisine.
Yeah, well, this tablecloth, I actually brought it back from Italy. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Napkins.
To Labor Day.
Cheers.
Katie, you're so good. Cheers.
Katie, thank
Delicious.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers to all of you at home as well. By the way, you can find Katie's recipes on today.com/food.
All right, Hoda and Jenna coming up next, and the third hour of Today. But first,
Your local news.
your local news. I'm eating.
So, of course, Memorial Day, one of the biggest barbecue days of the year. But this morning, we're not cooking hot dogs or hamburgers. Phil the Grill Johnson, pitmaster and owner of Trap House Barbecue in Phoenix, Arizona, he's going to show us how to make his brisket nachos. Take it away, Phil.
Yo, what's going on? How y'all doing out there in the studio? This is Phil the Grill, and I'm out here doing brisket nachos. This is a great barbecue treat. It's very easy to learn. There's a couple of things that I do homemade. It is a cilantro lime sour cream that I put on. And basically it's a squeeze of lime, some cilantro, put that in the blender with some sour cream, let that run for a little bit, a nice creamy texture, that's all you need. Another hit on my brisket nachos is pickled onions, red pickled onions. Little vinegar, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. Let that sit overnight and you'll get some nice red pickled onions. Yes, yes. Now, the one thing a lot of people don't know about is pico de gallo, right? All you need is I like to use Roma tomatoes. Get some Roma tomatoes, dice up maybe like 2, depending on your party size, right? Then you got some jalapenos. Throw those in there as well, right? Maybe 1 jalapenos, depending on your heat level. Then you got some white onions. Throw that in there, probably like about a half an onion, just dice them nice. Fresh is always better. So get some lime juice, some juice, little salt, a little bit of pepper. Now your pico de gallo's done. You got some tortillas, right? Put that in a pan right here, right? I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. You could get, some cheddar and some Monterey Jack, right? But you wanna make sure you layer them in there, right? You don't wanna just drop it on top of your nachos because then you're just gonna get this big glob. I'm gonna throw it in my nice little smoker here, but you can use your oven. That's what you're looking for, some nice melted cheese. So you got some nice sliced brisket. So the front part of the brisket is the lean part of the brisket. The back part of the brisket is more fatty, more juicy. So depending on your preference, just get that chopped up. And if you like big chunks, if you like small chunks, it's up to you. We're gonna throw that right down on the top of the melted cheese, right? Now you have your pickled onions. Woo! Now you add your little bit of pico de gallo. Woo! Yes, yes. So after you put your nice little pickled jalapenos, you got your lime, cilantro, sour cream. Woo! Look at that. And then if you want to touch it up a notch with cheese, you can always use some liquid, or I like to call it liquid cheese, but it's just liquid cheddar sauce. And it would not be official without your favorite barbecue sauce. Woo! And these are Phil the Grill's nachos. I hope you have a nice grilling experience and use this recipe, and I'll catch y'all later.
Oh, I wish we had something to
Oh, man. But you're going to need like 3 or 4 napkins.
Yeah.
Phil the Grill, thank you, sir. And by the way, Phil is also sharing his recipe for brisket. He's sharing it so you can head to today.com/food to get it.